Portal. Current events. Portal. Talk language. Watch view source. Worldwide current events. Sports events. Recent deaths. Entry views by week list. Today's most viewed articles. Topics in the news. Virat Kohli in Myanmar. An explosion at Atong National Liberation Army base leaves 43 people dead. In 2020 cricket, the Indian Premier League concludes with Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeating Gujarat Titans in the final. Player of the match. Virat Kohli pictured. Following the collapse of Evita Silin's coalition, Andris Kulbergs is appointed Prime Minister of Latvia. Pope Leo XIV issues his first encyclical, Magnificat Humanitas, which expresses concerns about artificial intelligence. Ongoing. Ebola epidemic. Iran war. Lebanon war. Russo-Ukrainian war timeline. Sudanese civil war timeline. Recent deaths. Anthony Hedmarjan Satrati Arnold Wittal Paris Dalan Abdrabba Mansour Hadi Raymond Barry nominated article June 7th, 2026. Sunday. Edifice story. Watch politics and elections. 2026 Armenian parliamentary election. Armenia begins conducting an election for the National Assembly, the first since the expulsion of Nagorno-Karabakh Armenians. Incumbent Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan seeks a third term in office and the retention of a civil contract government. 8 June 6th, 2026. Saturday. Edifice story. Watch armed conflicts and attacks. Middle Eastern crisis. 2026 Iran war. 2025 to 2026 Iran United States negotiations. 2026 Iran war ceasefire. Pakistan in the 2026 Iran war. Pakistani Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi visits Tehran to talk with Iranian authorities, including Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, regarding ending the war. AA. 2026 Strait of Hormuz crisis. 2026 Strait of Hormuz campaign. United States Central Command forces attack surveillance sites on Iran's Kashmir Island after the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps fired at 4 tankers attempting to cross the Strait of Hormuz without coordinating with it. Al Jazeera. 2026 Iranian strikes on Arab countries. 2026 Iranian strikes on Bahrain. The Bahraini army intercepts 3 Iranian missiles and several drones launched against Bahrain. Al Jazeera. 2026 Iranian strikes on Kuwait. The Kuwaiti Defense Ministry says that the military intercepted 7 Iranian ballistic missiles fired at the country. Al Jazeera. 2026 Lebanon war. 2026 Israel-Lebanon ceasefire. At least 10 people, including 3 Lebanese soldiers, one of whom is a brigadier general, are killed by Israeli airstrikes on approximately 150 Hezbollah-linked sites across southern Lebanon over 2 days, including weapon storage areas, command centers, rocket launchers, and other military infrastructure. AFTV Al Arabiya. Al Jazeera. The Israeli military announces that it is investigating the incident that killed 3 Lebanese troops. Al Jazeera. Gaza war. Gaza peace plan. Hamas meets with mediators and Palestinian factions in Cairo, Egypt, to discuss implementing the first phase of a ceasefire signed in October 2025 and arrangements for the second phase. AA. Mali war. 2026 Mali offensives. Al-Qaeda linked armed group Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam al-Muslimin releases a propaganda video of the April 25th, 2026 attacks on Mali against a Malian army camp in Sebra airport in Mali's Mopti region. Africa news. Sudanese civil war. Kordofan campaign. A drone strike hits a market in the Abu Zima area of Hamrat al-Sheikh in North Kordofan, Sudan, killing 11 people. A Hindustan Times. Business and economy. Lebanon inaugurates its second international airport, the Renai Mahmoud Airport, amidst the ongoing fighting between Israel and Hezbollah in the war in the country. The new Arab disasters and accidents. 3 people are killed and 2 more injured after the collapse of a building caused by the explosion of a gas cylinder in Porto Santo Pidio, province of Fermo, Italy. Io Messaggero Health and Environment. 2026 Bangladesh measles outbreak. The Directorate General of Health Services reports that 3 children have died from measles in Bangladesh in the past 24 hours. BSS News. 2026 Ebola epidemic. The American physician who contracted Ebola in the Democratic Republic of the Congo is discharged from the hospital in Charité, Germany. The Independent. International relations. 2026 visit by Pope Leo XIV to Spain. Pope Leo XIV begins his 6-day apostolic visit to Spain, marking the first papal visit to the country in 15 years. AP politics and elections. 2025 to 2026 Iranian protests. High school students in Iran hold protests in 20 Iranian provinces over the country's education policies. Final exam rules and changes affecting the admission policies of universities. The Times of Israel. Iran International. 2026 Armenian parliamentary election. Armenia's investigative authority arrests 6 candidates from the opposition Strong Armenia Party a day before the election after the Central Election Commission authorized criminal proceedings against them. Reuters. Lithuania's ruling Social Democratic Party votes to remove Don Yemonas, NA from the governing coalition and seeks to replace it with the Union of Democrats for Lithuania, following disputes involving NA leader Remigijus Žemaitaitis and coalition policy disagreements. Reuters.